We got a story coming out of the marijuana moment. Trump's choice for top Justice Department role says marijuana is a, quote, gateway drug that makes consumers boring and smelly. If that didn't sound like an 8th grader's opinion, I don't know what is. President-elect Donald Trump has made his selection for another top Justice Department official, Harmeet Dillon, who has peddled the gateway drug theory about cannabis and says cannabis makes people who consume it silly, boring, and smelly. Trump said on Monday that he intends to nominate Dillon as Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights. The lawyer has served in leadership roles with Republican National Committee and California Republican Party, and she's a frequent Fox News contributor. For those following the cannabis policy positions of Trump's cabinet picks, Dillon's comment on the issue revealed a staunch opposition to the use of cannabis, which she claimed is a gateway drug and ambition killer following President Joe Biden's mass cannabis pardons. This choice for the key DOJ position also comes amid the final steps of the Biden administration's effort to reschedule eyes. So as I was mentioning, gonna slow the process. As I mentioned, I don't care what side of the political spectrum you're on. In fact, I love talking politics. It's one of my favorite things to discuss because I love to play devil's avocado. Whether you're on the left, I'll play the right. If you're on the right, I'll play the left. And I just like to challenge beliefs, and within reason. I know it sounds a little aggressive, but the reality is I'm just a fan of good discussion. When it comes to any party and legalizing weed, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I've said this time and time again. I've been asked which party did I think would be the most favorable for cannabis legalization. Neither. And it's not even like one a little bit more than the other. No, hey, they're both the same. They're both remarkably corrupt. But the reality is that cannabis legalization is a topic that really affects the individual. This is a personal issue. This is an issue that helps people think critically, helps people think for themselves, makes people think outside the box. The reality is your government doesn't want that. The last thing your government wants you to do is to think for yourself and to think critically. So why on earth would they legalize something that allows that? And it's just too personal. It's too much of an issue it goes against all the narratives. It goes against the tobacco narrative. It goes against the liquor narrative. It goes against the firearms narrative. It goes against the driving narrative. Every single political lobbyist group hates weed. Why would the government, who's extrapolating millions, if not billions of dollars from these lobbyist groups, listen to the little guy in the corner who's throwing no money at him? Doesn't even make sense to me. Why? No, weed is not gonna change. Legalization is not gonna change. Yeah, it's going to change on a state level. You know why it's going to change on a state level? Because it's becoming micro. The things we can change are the things immediately around us. As a man, I've talked about this before, I can change the things around me. I have the ability to influence and impact my family. My family has the ability to influence and impact my community. And my community has the ability to influence and impact my state, my town, my larger area. It's so difficult to get that to move to a federal level when we're talking about politics because they don't care. The federal government doesn't care. It's a state issue. They don't care. So to see them legalize it just won't happen. Just won't happen. At least not in the next 4-8 years. I don't see it. Not a chance. Not a chance. And then maybe I'm wrong. More importantly, if I am wrong, I want to hear from you because if you think, nah, Pigeons, you got this all wrong, buddy. Nope. Weed, you can't stop it. Weed's coming. The science is undeniable, which it's been undeniable for a long time, and it's coming. And you believe that? I want to hear from you. If actually, I'll put out another invitation. If you believe, and it'll be tough to get anyone to say this here, what about Canada? Sorry, Canada is not an American state or American. But anyways, I digress. I also extend the invitation to anyone who believes that weed should not be legalized. I want you to reach out to me. In fact, I'd be willing to have you on the show here to voice out your opinion. And I'm going to challenge you because I do believe in regulation. And that's where I think the common ground is when we say legalization and you say, no, but it's like the regulations. But if you believe in such, I'd encourage you to come on the show. I invite you on the show. Reach out to me and say, hey, explain to me why you don't think legalization should happen. Why should the legal market still retain it? That's what I'd like to hear from you. That'd be a great conversation to have. I've invited the Parents Opposed to Pot group on this show At this point, maybe 100 times I've invited them on the show. They are more than welcome to come on. I want to have that conversation with them. And in a fair and open setting, I'm not going to shit on anybody. Well, we're going to argue. That's the basis of a debate. But I'm not going to call names. This won't get personal. I want to have a fair and open setting for us to have this discussion. So if that's something that you are interested in, I'd like you to come on the show. And of course, I'd like to remind the flock that no matter who we have on, we're always going to be open and accepting to whoever it is. We might disagree, but we're going to have an open and honest conversation.
We are checking out the brand new Spider Farmer SE7000. This is a brand new release, repping the exact same highly trusted LM301H EVO diodes from Samsung. This new design features a foldable frame which allows it to come out of the box as is with no assembly required. It'll fit in your tent with as easy as an unfold and a hang. If you want to check out this light or anything from Spider Farmer, use promo code PIGEONS420 when visiting their website, spider-farmer.com, and save yourself a few dollars off at checkout. Peace! And a huge shout out to AC Infinity for sponsoring today's video. If you're looking for some high-tech quality equipment for your tent, check out acinfinity.com. Whether it's their clip-on fans, the Gen 2s, their air circulation systems, or their lights, check them out at acinfinity.com. Use promo code PIGEONS420. You're going to save a few dollars off at checkout. You're going to help support the show, and you're going to get yourself some quality equipment. Also, a huge shout out to Seedsman. If you're looking for some quality genetics from a quality place, check out Seedsman. Use promo code PIGEONS420. They're working with some of the best breeders in the game to hook you up with quality genetics. Check them out. Use promo code PIGEONS420 and thank them both for sponsoring today's video.